Got Jay, Sarah, Eric, Daniel, Kai, Danielle, Danielle.
Okay. It looks like we're on our way. So, fan freaking tabulous.
Whoop whoop.
And let's
There's one of
do
my
this.
favorite people, Arthur. Hi. Peter
Okay.
and Linda. Karen. I think I said Karen.
Well, welcome, everybody. It is Saturday, June 1st, June once, however you want to call it, the 1st of June. And we are so glad to have you with us here on Ask Me Anything, where you get to ask a question of a certified multimillionaire who has helped 67 people become millionaires. And his goal is to help you also along that path. We are so glad to have you with us, and we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. The gentleman that we're going to be talking with very, very soon is the amazing Robert Hollis here on the AMAs. To join us here on the AMAs, thank you so much. If you want to ask a question, that's the whole point of this. There are a few ways that you can ask a question. You can go and ask your question in the chats. We monitor the chats and we will ask those questions on your behalf. Very simple. Type your question in the chat. Boom, done. The other way is you got to be in Zoom to talk with Robert directly. So for those of you that are in Zoom, you see my picture right here. Click, put your cursor in the middle of the screen, then look for the reactions button down below. Click on the reactions button, then click raise hand. We have 4 hands up already. What a great start for the day. Kai Au, Jerome Marshall, Jody Falcon, Bill Shoemaker so far. So thank you guys so much. We'll be getting with you in just a moment. If you don't see that reactions button at the bottom of your Zoom screen, click on the 3 dots that say more. Click on that button and then click on reactions, then click on raise hand, and we're going to call on you in the order in which we receive your raise hand or question. That's how we do what we do here on AMA. Also, if you want to join us for our exclusive community, we have a lot of great things that we share for the Inner Circle and Imaginators. Click that join button right down below this video where you see me talking. It's very simple to do. Click on the join button and then select whether you want to be an Imaginator or Inner Circle. If you join us on Inner Circle, you're automatically part of the Imaginators. That's how easy we've made this. So we thank you very much. If you don't see that join button, go to roberthollis.com/join. Or if you're on YouTube, look for that link at the very, very top of the chat in that black bar that says Robert Hollis and Unlimited Wisdom. Click on that. You can click the join button right there. And we're on our way. And a couple of more little things before we get started. We're almost there, and thank you so much for your patience. First of all, we have to announce that we have 7,227 subscribers, on our way to 7,300, on our way to 8,000, on our way to 10,000, on our way to that magic 100,000 subscribers, so we can get that amazing plaque from YouTube. With your help, we will get there, and we say thank you. Welcome also to Doc Michelle, who is now part of our Imaginators. There's, Robert, let me bring you up for that because I don't have you focused. Let's see there you are. Hold that position. That's what we're looking for. The one on the far right next to Robert's fingernail. That's the first of the many plaques that we want to receive from the YouTube community because it tells them that we're doing our job to hear and share the messages to people with ears that hear. And thank you very, very much. Doc Michelle, welcome to the Imaginators Group. We appreciate you. We're glad to have you on board. I'm losing my breath because I got to build up that breath for what's coming. And finally, before we get to the amazing Robert Hollis, Robert, I love the quote that you share with us every day. Your memes, they're just so insightful and they really, really are great when people take them to heart. And I agree with today's especially. Robert shared this: you are only confined by the walls you build yourself. Enough said. I like how you just got to let that thing sink in. So now, Thank you for allowing me to share with you. It's time to get this AMA started. The Ask Me Anything with the amazing Robert Hollis.
Craig, the hostess with the mostest, thank you so much, man. That never gets old. And for those of you that watch this live or recorded, I pray one day that you have someone as credible as Craig introduce you like that. I know that every one of you go, it's like it's one of those things where a first time that I was introduced like that, I was like, that's just a little over the top. But then I thought, wow, everyone that's happy and fulfilled in life seemed to do things over the top. So, Craig, thank you very much. It's like, hey, I'm not interested in doing things average at all. And I know that I have my son on here, Matthew. He's the geek from the dark forest behind the scenes. Yeah, he's enough. And if you guys, I would really, really love. I know that he's doing some streams and stuff, so we'll make sure that we promote him as well. So before we get into the deal, I'm going to first apologize. I got some big, big, big UFC fights tonight. I'm a big UFC fan, but really, I'm just a people fan. I'm just a people fan. I am totally, totally, totally encouraged always by people doing wonderful things. Matt with his AI, Craig with his continue to do what he's doing, and then we got Kai. I see his hands up, but for all of us to work together as a community and a family and help him get to number one in this contest is just, it's just amazing. And I know that for those of you that really took the time to vote, not only once, but multiple times, and some of us that took the time to say, Kai is a cool guy. Why not throw a little bit of tax deductible dollars in there and make sure that no one gets to them. And so I'm just really, really a person that just loves watching people win. And that's what I do every day. Every day, that's exactly what I do. So we're going to have to cut this off at in an hour. So I'm going to really, really quickly go into what I want to talk about. And then I'm going to basically split it into little deals. So when I first got involved, I know all of you know this. What ended up happening is that someone, a friend, and I'll call him a friend now, but he wasn't a friend when we started. He was just a guy that I met a couple times. And of course, I know that Bill did the same thing my mentor did to him. He said, listen, don't worry about money right now. Introduce me to the best person you know. The best person you know. And I still thank God that Sean thought I was on that list. Now, if someone introduced me correctly, I was doing really good as a mechanic. I wasn't an average person. I don't like being an average person. I don't like being a person that, does anything halfway. So even recently, when I decided to challenge myself like I have in the past of getting healthy, today, I don't know. I think it's been just a little over a week, but today I've lost 20 pounds. And Coach Bob actually come up with me and said this. He goes, Robert, you should really, really, really chronicle and do videos just like you do with your wealth investing and also how you built an empire of, tens of thousands of people responsible for your income. You should also do videos on those. And I think I will. I really, really, really do. So I feel better than I've ever felt. I feel stronger than I ever felt. I think one thing that's really, really funny is that, when I started this journey, I was 312 pounds. And so that means all my muscles have to move around 312 pounds. You know what I mean? Now they get to move around 292 pounds. And so, me getting up and down and me going up the stairs and me doing stuff, and now me walking every day with Terry and Dex and Leo, it's really, 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 really fun. So what I'm going to do is right now, I'm going to switch gears, and I'm going to tell you that after my mentor did what he did, then it was basically, Robert, there's really four things that you need to do. Four things that you need to do. And I'm going to go through them really quickly. And then over the week, I'm going to break them into little videos. A little more detailed videos. Okay. So I'm going to cut the video where I start, and then we're going to put that up there. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? All right. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. If you're watching this video right now, first, I want to congratulate you and be the first to congratulate you on making incredible decisions. You know what's amazing is a majority of the people on the planet are not willing to do something different to change any part of the area of their life. You know, people are unhappy or unhealthy or overweight, and we all know what we should do, but most people just don't do it. So I first want to congratulate you and tell you how proud I am of you for at least making these steps. So the first step is very simply become a free affiliate. Now, I know a lot of people, when they hear that, if you're one of those people that say, well, you know, before I become a free affiliate, like you would on Amazon or Facebook or YouTube, you know, or even Zoom, the first thing you got to ask yourself, if you're asking questions, you want more information, just very simply say, before I make that decision, I want more information. But please, please, please don't be this person. So then the person instructed like I would with you, I would give you a playlist called Next Steps. And Next Steps is every video that I use to create the millions that I've created. Every one of the ones that my mentors did for me, I'm now doing for other people. So if you want more information before you make a decision, and then ask the person to send you a playlist of videos that we done, and then you're too busy to watch the video, just be brutally honest with the person and say, listen, this is just the wrong time for me. It's just the wrong time. Right now, changing my life in every area is not a priority in my life. Right now, the only priority in my life is surviving and getting by. I love being lazy, complacent. I like to be a conformist. I want to be a follower. I'm not interested in being a person that other people look up to. I just want to be able to prove to people that I can get away with as little as possible. Just be willing to admit it. Now, before you get mad at me, understand that I, in many times in my life, have been in this same situation. I tell people, yeah, do I want to make more money? Do I want to be healthier? Do I want better relationships, deeper connections with whatever I was created by? Do I want to know the meaning of life? Yeah, sure. Read this book. No, thank you. So we all want the greatest things in life, right? It just might not be our time. And if you're that individual, please get back with the person that shared this video with you and say, you know what? I was listening to Robert's video and he was saying something like I could actually just introduce you to people that I think would want a better life and that I could possibly compensate off those people. See what I mean? But the first thing that you got to do is you got to be willing to create a free account. You got to do that because all the things that you want, the technology, the back office, which is free, the training, the everything that you would need to know about every country and every product that we have, the system, the app, that's the first place that you got to get to. Now, understand, like I said, I've been in things where, people said, listen, well, now that you're in the back office, just go through the material. And I went, no, I'm not interested. Don't you think it would be better for you not to always kick the shit out of yourself and just be willing to admit that right now I don't want to do anything? Just, hey, so that's okay. Have any of you been there? See, I was 200, I was 312 pounds, not by accident. I knew exactly what to do. I knew that I needed to eat more sensibly. I needed to drink plenty of water. And I needed to, really honestly, have the right mindset. So if you're moving your ass 20 minutes a day, drinking water and eating sensibly, losing weight is very simple. Getting in shape is very simple. Just actually burn more calories than you intake. That's just as simple as possible. And so that's step one. So now, step two. Now, if you're an affiliate, my goal is to really quickly share with you how I would like to get you a check by next Tuesday. Next Thursday. Is any of you interested in getting an additional income into your life? See, here's the funny thing we're going to talk about right now. There's not a person that I've ever met that didn't want more money, but everyone else lies about it. Why do we do that? I don't know why we do that. Do you know what billionaires do because they have influence and they have people that follow them? They create nonprofit organizations, they create foundations because if people are going to give them money, they might as well give it to other people and use that as a tax write off. So not all people are bad, right? So the second thing you got to do is once you become an affiliate, it's basically a thing I call get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in. Now, with having over 30 brands, 12,000 products, 200 countries, one of the things you're going to have to say is, I think I would feel more comfortable doing this path. The uniqueness that you'll see in his 10-year-old MDC company that's, done over 600 million in sales and has now over 6 million satisfied customers, that it's hard to be able to say that this is not going to work. But it also has helped me make 4.87 million. And so, I've been doing it for just a little over 6 years with my wife, Terry. Of course, I got to give a good shout out to Matthew because he was like part of the family when we did that. And it was just amazing. So get in where you fit in. There's a number of ways. We have all kinds of different unique paths for people. And the first original three was, you become a builder, a director, or an executive. This is just based off the personal purchase that you have. But listen to this. We have a 60-day money back guarantee virtually on all our products. So you got to get this philosophy. A lot of people have the wrong business philosophy when it comes to earning money, and you'll learn that. I'll talk about that on the last step. So the one thing I want to share with you is look at it. Purchase the products that you like, that you want to try out, that you can be a believer of. And then we also made it simpler for all 12,000 products where a person can get involved, like in brand bucks. So what they could do is very simply say, I'll start out at the lowest, or I'll start out in the middle. We got 99 brand bucks, 199, I think 399, 799. But you want to get in where you fit in. Does that sound fair? And then for some of you that were where I was when I first got in, is I just went, you know what? I don't have any money. I don't have any electricity. I was really good at telling a story that wasn't true about myself. And my mentor basically introduced me to a book that changed the way I felt. Now, if your life sucks and someone that's helped 67 people earn millions and also helped, hundreds of thousands of people get an additional income. See, when my mentor told me about this book, I said, I'm going to get that book. I'm going to get that book. He told me to read it, get back to me. So, we know in life, whether you believe this or not, it's all about the way we think and perceive things versus the way that we really think they are, right? I used to believe in Santa. I used to believe in the Easter Bunny. And I used to believe that working a job and working my ass off was going to get me where my lifestyle is today. It's easier to have 10,000 people responsible for your income. So you want to figure out where to get in, right? And if it is zero, that's okay. See, if you can't get in, I'll show you how to make money in next following Thursdays with doing that. Now, here's the problem that the next people have is three. Three is who do you know? Who do you know is the backbone of this industry? See, you either believe in what you're doing or you don't. You either believe in the people that actually showed you this business or you don't. And if you don't get the information to do that, we live in a very unique world today, because a lot of people are like, I don't want to talk to my family and friends. You don't sound like a people person to me. If I were you, I'd highly suggest that you don't do this. See, if you don't give a shit about other people and you don't take the time to find out a way to help other people earn income so they can get rid of despair, that they can focus on freedom, they can actually create the life that they always dreamed about. If you're the kind of person that's a hater and you think everything sucks, then this business is not for you either, right? So I say, who do you know is the backbone of your business? So I actually did a video showing you exactly where I do. Which what I did is when I got in, my mentor gave me a little challenge. And he said, Robert, I've helped a lot of people. And he showed me the pictures along with him and them and a colored photo of the check where they all made between $8,000 and $12,000 their very first month in the company. Now in MDC, my wife and I did the same thing because I've been doing this for years, 37 years. And we actually made my wife over 10,000 in our first 30 days. And so this is exactly what he said that I want to challenge you to do. is he just very simply said, say as little as possible to as many people as you can, as fast as you can. Because the goal in this is not to close people or convince people or take people's money or sell people. It's looking for the people that are at the right place at the right time that are interested in making extra money or doubling their income or making six figures a year. So he told me that if I went out to people, very simply said to them, hey, listen, right now I'm working with a company that's expanding extremely, extremely fast. We're currently in 200 countries with over 6,000 subscribers. And we're looking for people that are interested in making six figures or more a year. Do you know of anyone? Now, when the person says, well, what is this? You go, why are you interested? And if they go, well, I'd like to know what it is. That's when you say, well, listen, if you don't mind, I would like to get your phone number or your Telegram, your WhatsApp, your Messenger, and I'm going to send you over a gift that my mentor gifted to me. And then what I want to do is send you a video of my business partner and friend, and he'll show evidence of what he's doing and how to create a free account. Now, he told me that I had to do that. And when I found people that were interested, people that had ears to hear, my very next step is simple. All I needed to do is invite them to watch a video. Invite them to watch a video that sort of did a brief overview of everything we're doing. So once I piqued them, which I actually created a 6-minute video to actually go out there and pique people's interest. Now, if you're asking what's the next thing, my next video, Josh is actually, you seeing something coming soon. Josh is launching a whole new video series. And why that's why I wanted Josh to do a presentation for me. It made me 4.87 million. I wanted an updated video to use that. See what I'm saying? So if you guys notice in the playlist, they'll be there. Now, once a person watches that video, they're either going to get it or not get it. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? And I always ask people, who do they know? So now he challenged me, Robert, you get 70 people to watch this video. You get 70 people to watch this video, and your life is going to change forever. Now, here's something that really blows me away with people. I challenge people to do the same thing that I was taught, and people went, wait a minute. Get 70 people to watch this video. My life changes forever. You know what? I think I'm going to put that off. I have no idea where you are in your life, and listen closely. I pray to God you will never, ever, ever get to where I was when I got seeing this. See, it wasn't, well, let me think about it. It wasn't, I'll see if I can fit it in my schedule. It wasn't, I think I'll change shit. No, I was desperate. I was desperate and I needed everything to change before I got homeless. So I beat his challenge. It was 72 people. I got to watch the video. Out of that, you guys have heard this story many times. Out of 72 people watching the video, I got 11 people to say, you know what? I want to change my life. Yeah, that sounds interesting to me. And out of the 11, only 6 of them did what I did. See, that's when you can find people that are very, very serious, is they don't talk to one person a year. They try to see if they can do exactly what a person tells them to do. And so when you do that formula, it doesn't work some of the time. It works all of the time. Because in this industry, you're only going to work excited based on the last check that you got, right? So now 2.9 billion people on Facebook. And that's why I focus on Facebook. I still know there's still some Robert Hollises on Facebook. What do I mean by that? A desperate individual that was told that they were special because of their learning disabilities, that had doctors and surgeons telling me he wouldn't be a mechanic anymore. So I lost my income. And because of losing my income, I sort of pushed everyone away from me. So I'm sitting in a studio apart with no electricity, having the repo man chase me around. See, I know there's Robert Hollises out there. And when you find those people and you give them an opportunity to change their life, they say yes. They say yes, and they go to work. What do the rest of the people do? Same stuff they've done their whole life, as little as possible, whining and complaining about their fucking life. That's not the people I'm looking for. So I did a video showing you exactly how I connect with people, how do I get them to know, like, and care. You know what I mean? Know that I know, like, and care. And then I show you this sequence that I do with people. So again, the backbone of the business is, who do you know? When you find people that are actually interested, then the next thing you need to do is just show them the plan. The people that see the plan and then see evidence that the plan works will go to work. They'll go out and do what needs to happen. And those are the people we're looking for. I am not a babysitter. I'm not, if I tell people to do an assignment and they don't even know that they're not in my priority circle. See, I just love up on them. I know that my goal is to get 1 million active subscribers. And I know that some people are just going to choose to participate by being active, buying as little product as possible. You know what I mean? They'll get, like something for 15 BB or 4 BB. But at least they stay in, because I never know when they're going to click, when things are going to click for them, right? And then I got the other people that are not, they'll qualify as an executive every month. But they're really not going to make any money, because they don't believe in themselves. They don't trust themselves. They're not good at following directions. They're constantly looking for the secret thing, and they're constantly looking for the missing link, and they're constantly looking for another way to reinvent the wheel. And these are people that just haven't taken the assignment seriously enough to be able to start trusting and believing that they can do it, and that they can do it with their skills, what they know, what they love. Make sense to everyone? Okay. The last one, and in my opinion, the most important one. My mentor used to say this all the time. There's a thing called pay attention. What pay attention very simply means is that you need to find people that don't believe they know everything. That's the biggest problem. If you guys have ever heard that, oh, I've heard a lot of people get involved in affiliate marketing like this stuff and they don't make any money. I'll guarantee you a couple things. I'll guarantee you they were not humble, they were not coachable, they wouldn't follow in directions, and they weren't right fighters. So now I pretty much explained the whole entire world, because the whole entire world has opinion. They think they know everything. They're a right fighter. They won't follow directions. And then they want to blame everybody else because their life sucks. When building a people business like I do, I apologize. I was a master automotive technician. I made a lot of money. I worked on professional race cars. I became a professional race car driver myself. What did I know prior to going into this industry that I could use from that industry? Nothing. Can I say that again? Nothing. See, everybody else believes that they can take whatever they did in the past and roll it into this. Tell me what other thing that you could possibly do. Is like when you learn a language from another country and people go, their vowels are different. They got a shorter alphabet. They actually go from instead of the left to right, they go right to left, or this language goes from up to down, or up, down to up. It's like everybody wants everything to apply to whatever they already know. That brings ego, edging God out. That brings a lot of, I know what I'm doing. I think the worst thing in the world today, believe it or not, are people that are just professionals at lying to themselves. See, they don't even realize how good they are at practicing about lying to themselves. Well, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to hit this rank tomorrow. Everybody listens to me. And then you look at their social media, you look at their performance inside of this company, and it's crickets. Jim Rohn was the best at saying this, and he was one of my mentors. The day that you become very, very honest with yourself, and that's where I came from. I'm tens of thousands of dollars in debt. I need $3,800 or I'm going to be homeless. I'm in electricity and I don't have anyone around me. Um, it is very, very, very apparent that I do not know what the hell I'm doing in any area of my life. See, that's a great place to come from. And so other people, they might be salespeople or they might be coming from another company and they might be good at sales and they might be good at social marketing. Here, you guys will be blown away with this. Do you know that Tony Robbins tried to start his own network marketing company and he failed? Les Brown, Bob Proctor, Jim Rohn, some of the greatest minds in the world have tried to build a business like I am, and they fail miserably. Every year, there's hundreds of companies that are started with people that have money. And they think because of money, they look at what I do and they're going, those guys can make millions of dollars. I can do this too. I do the business different than people that are coaching it and training it. My mentor used to say this, but I got to laugh at myself. He goes, people that no longer want to build a people business, either, they become trainers or they become authors or maybe both. You know what I mean? So if you don't know what you're doing, you can write a book about it. If you really don't know what you're doing, you can train about it. Do you guys think that's funny? And now I get look back at what my mentor said to me 37 years ago, and I tried all three. Seminar speaker, trainer, author. It's like, come on. So pay attention just means the illiterate at this day and age, 2024, as I did this video. The illiterate today are people that refuse to unlearn to relearn. They're still using techniques from the past that might have worked for them a while. And what's the worst kind of success on the planet? A little. A little. So someone showed you something and with ignorance on fire, you attempted it, you did it, you might have got a rank, you might have made a little bit of money, and now you've been trying to duplicate something that you're ignorance on fire about that doesn't duplicate. In this industry, listen closely. The person with the most active people in their group wins. That's it. You want to make $1 million a year? Maybe you got to have like 30,000 people in your organization that are active. You want to make 100,000 a year? Maybe, I don't know, 10,000? Want to make 120,000, 10,000 active people? So it's all numbers. It's always been about numbers. And it's about finding the right people at the right time. So this video is going to be designed for you that if you really want to change your life, and I mean change it forever, then these are the steps that you'll follow. So if you're the individual that just seen this company and then you go, I don't know what to do. Then they sent you this video and they're waiting for you to do the steps that we just talked about. Take care. God bless. I believe in you. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. I know you can do it because my mentors believed in me. This is simple. All I do every day is help brand new people feel good and give them hope and then give them the steps that they can do to be successful and change their life. See you on the next video and bye for now. Okay, everyone. I will edit that video out of here, put it in the playlist, and now let's do some Q&A.
Okay, Robert, how much time do you actually have? Because we've got a lot of hands raised and a couple of questions to answer.
Yeah, I want to be done by 2.
Okay, so we're
So
gonna
what
rip
is that?
through these. We've got
Yep.
okay, so I'm gonna go in order. I've got if you are part of the inner circle, in fact, I'm gonna just preempt this. If you're part of the
Please.
inner circle or Imaginators, and you can help us out here, can you postpone your question until we meet either on this coming Sunday, tomorrow, if you're an Imaginator, or on the following Thursday, which you would be part of the inner circle? Thank you very much. We
Wow.
appreciate that.
Thank you. And another thing I would ask for the people that are on AMA, does anybody know what AMA stands for? Ask me anything. See, if we wanted to do a video where you get to sort of you know, basically just talk and not ask a serious question, that might be another one that you want to jump on. If you're on here just to promote whatever you're doing, again, that's not ask me anything. And for those of you that have been around me a long time, you're probably going, wow, Robert seems very serious. He's investing, he's losing weight like crazy. He said he's going to master affiliate. Yeah, I have a goal to achieve, and I'll be personal with you guys before we do Q&A. Um, the universe or God, whatever you want to believe, bailed me out yesterday. Bailed me out. Um, Last night, my wife jumped out of a chair. I could tell that she was scared. It scared me to death. And her watch was saying that her heartbeat was 207, and I could see that she was panicking. I was panicking. I asked Kyle to help us, and of course, we rushed her to the hospital. And turned out to be nothing. Turned out to be nothing. She's all okay. I know that she's going to talk about her experience in the Imaginators tomorrow. Matt's sort of giggling, so you guys will get to hear it from her point of view. But also yesterday, um, the salesperson for Cadillac, we get a new Cadillac every couple of years. We get business leases, write it off. That's what I'm going to be teaching people in wealth and how do you make your money. And we went there and we ordered a brand new one. Then he called us yesterday and said, oh my God, this new V-type Cadillac came in, 682 horsepower. It's supercharged. And the exhaust is done by a company called BORG, the beginning of Borg Warner, the Borg Warner Trophy for. So they make exhaust for the most high performance race cars on the planet. And people also put them on automobiles. And so that's the exhaust that this thing had. It had Brabham brakes. I mean, listen to this. The little Cadillac Escalade was 211,000. 211,000. And so the owner of the Cadillac dealership knew who we were. So we came down, looked at it. I was blown away. It was white and it was short. So I didn't know if my wife would even be interested. And then I said, listen, can we take it for a test drive? And he goes, no, I'm really, really, really sorry. This is the most expensive vehicle that's ever set on this lot ever. And so, we can't do that. We can't do that. And I said, really? And he said, I'll be right back. He went up and talked to the owner. The owner said, okay. So then Terry and I took it for a test drive. First test drive that it's been on. This thing is frickin' scary. You jumped on it, boom, the loud exhaust. This thing just flew. And Terry turned around and she said, yeah, I'm okay. And the guy that was sitting in the truck with us and goes, what are you talking about? He goes, yeah, it sure is loud, but it's not as fast as that Plaid. So perception. Terry drives around a car that's got 1,020 horsepower. And it doesn't make any noise. And it would kick that Cadillac's ass. There's a thing called gapping. If you guys don't know what gapping is, that means when you're racing somebody that you're beside them and they move away from you so fast you can't read their license plates. You just say, shit, man, all right? But let me tell you what protected us. So we went back and she said, well, maybe the rims and, maybe we could, put the dogs in here. Maybe they'll work along with everybody. And I could see her thinking about getting it. And I said, whip up some numbers for us. So he was really excited. The manager comes down, the owners come down. And basically all I needed to do is 11,000 down and $3,800 a month. 11,000 down and $3,800 a month. I think it was for 3 years. How many of you right now are going, can you do me a huge favor and just shut up? but I need to share something with you of why I'm so serious with life right now. Um, when my wife wants something and I can't give it to her, I'm not the same person. And if Terry wanted that vehicle yesterday, um, I would have to tell her no. No. You know, we're not where we need to be right now to do that. And if something really seriously happened to my wife in the hospital, I need to be able to afford and have money in the bank and freedom where I could take her to any specialist on the planet to make sure she stays alive forever. And so I'm tired of goofing around. I'm really tired of goofing around with people that are just laissez-faire going through life and not giving a shit. Don't get mad at me, you guys. I'm just being brutally honest like I always do. But some of you have been plugged in with me for years. And you're not serious. So because you're not serious, I have to find other people that are serious about changing their life to make my goals to go to master. So you guys are going to watch me go to master affiliate. And then you can always tell people, yeah, I used to hang out with him all the time. Just decided not to do anything. So now for questions.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing, Robert, and blessings to Terry. I hope she's relaxing and getting better. And thank you, everybody who's also shared the same in the chats. Definitely.
Awesome.
Okay. And thank you, everybody, for understanding. We're going to be wrapping this baby up in about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. I want to make sure that we respect Robert's time, and especially since he gave us that great opening that we're going to be working on. So, bless you, Bill Shoemaker. I got your hand up, but before we get to Bill, I'm gonna take a shot at this and ask now. Lisa, I think somebody recommended that Matthias Miracle, who is on here, wanted to come out and share something. Matthias, let's see. I don't.
Let's do that another time.
Let's do that another time. All right,
Yeah.
then fine. Bill, then why don't we go ahead and go with you? Go ahead, unmute yourself, and please share.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. You acknowledge Craig, Robert, and I messaged him earlier and said, could you give me a good introduction for it? Because I didn't think my introduction was that good. So I went and searched AI, and I'm not going to do it now because there's a lot that Craig does. He's an actor, singer, producer. You're an amazing man, Craig.
I need Craig to start his own Ask Me Anything. So Bill, you could go on there and introduce him.
Right. So I can practice on my MC. There you go. So anyway,
all right,
further introduction. Craig Jackman, the most amazing MC on the planet.
Bless you, my friend. Love you. Thank you.
Okay, I do have a question. I guess nobody else did because they all lowered their hands.
Well, they hear how serious I am. Right.
Right.
Like
well, you are serious, and you hit my heart. You always do, and thank you for that. We need that. We need that from you. So that was beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You touched me. So my question is, who is God?
Who is God? The first thing that I would share to you, what a great question, Bill. If you guys knew the amount of dedicated hours to how I'm going to answer this question, because it's one of those things that we keep asking ourselves. It's like, why am I here? What am I supposed to do? And parts of that. So the first thing that I will say, and this is my opinion, that's going to be very bold, is God is not a who. I'm not a who. So let me blow your guys' minds. Okay, so if you understand anything about science, the one thing that we keep doing with this new Webb telescope, right, is we already know a few things. First of all, we know that there's protons, neutrons, electrons, a nucleus, And there's these things called cells. So if you can get to the lowest denominator of what makes up everything, it's this electrical cell that's bouncing around, right? Here's what scientists in all their time has still not figured out. They don't know what that 90% of that stuff is between these electrons, protons, neutrons, nucleus. They're whipping around. They're whipping around like crazy. They look like each and every one of them looks like their own universe. And no one can say what the darkness is, the dark matter that actually is making everything spin around. So then when you look at a human being, we're made up of all these trillions of cells. You know, you look at the universe and you see planets, and when you really look at planets in the universe is on a bigger scale, it's like these, you know, things rotating around each other. To this date, nobody, scientists cannot tell you what gravity is. Now, Albert Einstein figured out a formula based on pi that we know how to measure gravity. But now they've figured out that you can take a bowling ball and a bunch of feathers and suck all the, listen closely, suck all the air out of a chamber. And when you suck all the air out, you drop a bowling ball and you drop feathers at the same time, they fall at the same speed. And so now that we got the Webb telescope, and if you guys, I follow it. I am just, I just love being in awe of things that I don't understand or can't explain. That's the world that I live in. And so now they found something, and Neil Dice, I always, Matt always helps me with this.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Maybe I just call him NDT or something, or what I might even got that screwed around. But he recently wrote a book, Bill, and he said this. He said, I can't imagine that I've been dedicating my life to this kind of thing, the science. And now that the Webb telescope is out there, we now didn't know that we didn't know that we didn't know of how far things go. And now we have something other than dark matter. And what we have is dark energy. So everyone would think, based on the thought before, the theory, which, by the way, I don't want to bore you guys with this, but let's talk about, you know, do you guys know that scientists have a thing called a hypothesis? And a hypothesis, in simple language, means an educated guess. I'm guessing, I don't know, but I guess that's the way things are. Well, Albert Einstein, based on what he figured out with relativity gravity, he figured out things that we're just discovering now. Because he could see it. He could imagine it, of what was happening. Like, what can you possibly bend light? If you get way out there, is time different than it is here? Yes. Yes, yes. Now we got satellites flying around in the air, and they use them for GPS, but they have to use pi as the equation to figure out exactly the time here on Earth, because it's different where the satellite is. So you guys can see I've been thinking about this just a little bit. And so in the hypothesis, in theory, was this thing called, you know, the Big Bang. And now they're having a little difficulty with that because they can see past it. Excuse me? Yeah. Things happen before they believe the Big Bang happened. They're constantly finding things all the time that they go, wow, it's a little older than we thought. That's okay, because scientists are supposed to have hypotheses and theories and constantly prove them right or wrong. But now Neil deGrasse Tyson was all emotionally upset because the Webb telescope has now found objects that are increasing in speed. So the knowledge that we all have as human beings is that if something blows up, the particles of what was blowing up would be faster at the moment of explosion. So that means the further that they get out, because of gravity and wind resistance and everything, that they slow down. So if you've ever seen anything blow up, all the particles come down. Okay. Now, Neil deGrasse Tyson, the person that understands the cosmos and all this science stuff, he is totally messed up that they now mapped and follow particles and little bits and pieces that came off an explosion that are accelerating in time. So they're actually moving faster as they're moving away the so-called explosion. What the hell is that? Why is that doing it? It's fun to be able, excuse me, it's fun to find things that you know nothing of, right? And then you can't explain it. That's what I love about life, right? And then that's not even talking about black holes. So we understand that there's a massive gravity that's pulling something toward that hole. We just don't know what it is. So in the midst of everything that I just said to you, Bill, that dark energy, that dark matter in everything and around everything is my definition of the master creator.
Right. Well, my question I thought was, what is God? I said who, didn't
yeah. What is
I?
God?
I meant what? So
yeah, what is
yeah.
God? And again, I've done a lot of stuff on AI. There's virtually infinity. Listen to me closely. Infinity of names of people that try to put a label on this stuff. See what I mean? So it might be Muhammad, it might be God, it might be, any kind of symbol out there, Buddha, you know what I mean? Because human beings want to understand this need. That's why they're not happy. They're not fulfilled. They're not successful because they believe that the thing in life is to understand something. Allah, thank you, Jerome. So in their midst of trying to understand something, they mess it all up. It's a he, it's a she, it's both. There's God, and then we got all these stories. And so the more that you put definitions on what this stuff is, if anybody reads any book that was ever written, people that are the smartest educated people on the planet that wrote things that people read go, it's a mystery.
There is no definition.
That's what I was going to say.
You know what? You know what God is to me?
What is God to you?
When you showed your heart a few minutes ago, that is God. That is God. God is love.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
What is the opposite of love?
Hate.
Judgment.
I would agree. So
and I've been catching myself because I am so judgmental.
Yeah.
That it takes away my love every time I do it.
Yeah. And everyone has a different definition of love. So if you looked at the space between all things that are created, that's what I call. See, I know that it permeates me, it permeates you, it permeates everything. And in that, to go a little further, Bill, I'm looking through AI and I'm going, listen, if I don't eat any food, if I just refuse to eat any food, how long can I last? And it was all based on how much fat you have on your body. Interesting, right? And so then I really do some due diligence and I said, what do your body have to have? It has to have minerals. Where do you get the minerals from? The ocean. What? Yeah.
Salt. You need salt.
So in the Dead Sea, you could go down where there's no pollution, pull that out, and then take out the large amount of salt. And in there, you have all the minerals that you need. So when people need magnesium and potassium to be able to constrict and undo their muscles, we need sodium. It is pretty interesting. Our bodies are somewhere around 70% water, but so is the planet. So I believe, Bill, as soon as people stop trying to understand or try to explain something and just get connected with it, Just
There you go.
get connected with it.
That's
And
it.
when every day you get up, you're more interested in helping other people get connected and feel loved than you are about your own agenda. That's it. So when you said what is or what is God, it's like I love this statement. I've been using it for years. Everybody knows that I've been saying this for years. When people say, "Hey Robert, I'm a Christian," or "Hey Robert, I'm a believer in God," are you? I now say with 100% confidence, it only depends on your explanation of what that is. Because all the people that claim to be a religion are the most judgmental fucking people on the planet. It's like they're not doing anything the book follows. They don't love, they hate, they divide, they lie, they make up shit about other people that don't agree with them. It's like when you look at what a supposed Christian is today, I don't want to be in that group.
Who said judge not?
Yeah. But to me, Bill, it's not about a book that someone wrote. If you're doing this stuff with me today, let me challenge you. What is the number one commandment before and after Christ died?
I don't know.
Put me first, and all things will be added unto you. Put me first. Put the connection first.
Ah,
It
God.
didn't say put your pastor first. It didn't say put a book first. It didn't say put a book first. It didn't say put a book first. It didn't say put people first. It said put me first. Connect me to me. Lean not on your own understanding. All these things will be added unto you. So when people come to me and they go, you know what the good book said? I don't know. It probably was written by a bunch of people that were inspired. But I'm inspired in 2024.
Right.
And my job is to help other people be connected so they can realize that they're a miracle, that they can know that they're enough, they know that they're worthy, they know that they're valuable, and to get them connected so they can trust in themselves instead of listening to everybody else. My wife said something to me in closing here, you guys, is she said, would you do me a huge favor? And I said, anything. And she said, stop using the word leader. And I said, why? Because people don't have a fucking clue what a leader is. They say they're a leader and they look over their shoulders and there's not a fucking person following them. So I'm humble enough to know that I'm not a leader and I'd rather be a follower. I'd rather get connected and get connected in such a way where I feel comfortable being guided, saying the words that I need to those that have ears to hear. And my job is to get people inspired that they're a miracle and they can do all things that they want to do instead of sit around and existing, watching life disappear.
Right.
So
Hey,
yeah,
did you know that dog is God spelled backwards?
I did know that. I did know that. So thank you guys very much for listening to me today. I think that people will see this point going forward as I will say this one other thing. Have any of you ever heard that the reason that people fast is to do what?
Get connected to God.
Get clarity. And I'm telling you guys, we live in a time right now where I'm looking for a community of people that want to be a part of Unlimited Wisdom. But when people look at them, they go, "Oh my God, you're the one that sponsored so and so. You were the one that sponsored so and so. You're the one that sponsored so and so." I'm looking for people that really want to make a difference in this world if it's really going to end. I don't believe it is. But I'm really looking for people. And don't get mad when I say this. Could you guys please do me a huge personal favor? I'd really appreciate it. Can you guys introduce me to some people that want to change their fucking lives? Please? Just be okay with I'm never going to pull my head out of my ass. I'm always going to tell the same story. I get so much praise and recognition because I talk about my life being shit. You know, come on, you guys. Let's make a difference. Let's make a huge difference. So I got introduced to this life because someone that really didn't believe in themselves, that wasn't worried, they didn't have worth, they didn't have any self-confidence in themselves. They were very, very meek. If you really, really wanted to write down your definition of all the things that a person would be that would consider themselves a loser, that would have been Sean Hennigan that I write about in my book, My Rags the Riches Story. But Sean Hennigan got inspired by my mentor, Bill Gould. And he got out of his comfort zone and he introduced me to him. And I will be grateful for him for the rest of my life. Okay. Back to you, Craig. Hope you guys didn't mind the straightforwardness. You know, I'm sure
Thank you so much, Dad.
I'm sure a lot of you will get up tomorrow morning and do exactly the same shit. And that's okay.
Robert, thank you. I think a message well needed, and I'm hoping well received by all the viewers and listeners. Bless you, my friend. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. And we'll catch up on the questions next week. Got to give a shout out to Matt Hollis, our executive producer. Matt, bless you, my friend. Thank you so much. And as noted earlier at the start of the AMA, Matt is doing his own YouTube live later today. I posted the link in both the chats in the YouTube and here in the Zoom chat. There are also some links in the YouTube chat, which will be appearing in the post description below the YouTube video after we conclude. You can find them there if you want to download the links and the information from the meeting chat here in Zoom. Click on the three dots next to the meeting chat. That's next to the title that says Ask Me Anything, and then click on Save Chat. It will download to your computer at the very end of this Zoom. A shout out also to Bill Shoemaker. Thank you so much, Bill, for participating. Jody Falcon, thank you so much for donating. We appreciate you and love you for that. If you do want to donate to the organizations that Robert promotes, and they are nonprofit organizations, please do so. If you're watching on Zoom, click the $ at the bottom of the chat, and all the money donated, Robert will match, and it will go to charities that Robert supports. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. We look forward to seeing you soon again. If you want to join our exclusive communities, the Inner Circle and Imaginators, click the join button at the very bottom of this video if you're watching us on YouTube, or go to roberthollis.com/join and be a part of some amazing things that we are doing and that we have coming up. Thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be a part of this. Until next time, please be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye-bye for now. And I'm going to unmute so that we can all say so long.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Robert.
Everybody, love you all.
Thank you guys. Thanks, Craig and Matt.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Craig.
Thanks,
Love and appreciate
Aaron.
you guys.
Bless you,
Thank you so
Robert.
much.
Thank you, everyone.
Bill.
Thank you,
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Len.
Thank
you, Robert.
Thank you,
Love and
John. Thank you,
appreciate you.
John Well, Daniel,
Okay,
Deb.
have a great meeting. It
Hey,
was
Peter and
amazing
Linda. Peter
meeting.
and Linda. Peter and Linda.
Love you so
Hey,
much.
Lucas.
Thank you for everything.
I love you. I love you. Thank you, Eric. Hola from Sweden. Let me see here. Arthur, thank you very much. Sarah, James, Jamie, Mike, Karen. Let me see here. Jody, Bill.